Hey guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about Room Factory 4. I've never played any of these games before, but I'm so glad I picked this up. Um, it's another one of those like farming town sim type games, and I usually get bored of those. But I really like this one because, first of all, it has a lot of systems and a lot going on, and it has mainly also a narrative, like a conventional JRPG style narrative that you can play at your own pace, but for me it keeps like the sort of the pacing pushing forward and kind of gives like a guiding purpose as to what you're doing. But it's also very flexible. You don't have to follow it if you don't want to, and just take your time. I will say the first thing I noticed right away is that, oh, this is a 3DS game. Like, it's a Switch remaster, but visually, the graphics technically look like a 3DS game. But that's okay, because the art style, I think, totally makes up for it. I love how it looks or feels like a kind of like a cozy storybook, and the music just kind of reinforces that vibe. Another cool thing is that everything levels up, like everything. Are you running? Your running skills will level up. You're sleeping, your sleeping levels up. Bathing, your bathing levels up. It's crazy, but just kind of also keeps the carrot dangling in front of you to keep to keep playing. Um, and it has really cool town people too, or townspeople. They're very anime and they seem very cookie cutter and flat and typical at first, but as you talk to them more, if you talk to them, they start revealing more of their personalities, their different aspects, their backstory, and I found myself getting pretty invested, so I thought that was really cool. Um, so the gameplay loop of it. So it's basically farming, dungeon crawling, narrative. So if you get tired of one of those, you could switch and mess around with the other two. So it keeps, I think it's keeping things pretty fresh so far. Another cool thing. Oh, when you're out in the dungeons, you can befriend and tame monsters. So they become your friends. You could ride them. They could help you attack, or you could assign them to do like the menial farm field chores, which I thought was really cool. And I also watched like a good chunk of videos and read about the game and stuff before I bought it. Nobody talked about, I don't know if it's pronounced porcelain, I'm just gonna call him Porco. The most like amazing hidden gem aspect of this game. He's a magnificent man. He looks amazing. He talks weird. He'll say things like ultra konnichiwa or hyper ohio. Just he's he's the game. He's Rune Factory for me. And I hate, so you can like pursue and date bachelors and bachelorettes, and I hate that I can't pursue Porcaline. He's the number one bae, and I hate that I can't have him. Speaking of that feature, it's really cool, and all the like viable prospects seem interesting, but if you want to play as like an LGBT player, you're out of luck. There is a feature to like palette swap later in the game, so I'm just gonna swap from like female to male, but still pursue the character that I'm pursuing. But yeah, Dillis seems cool. He's like really standoffish, but then warms up to Vishnal. I should know his name since I'm pursuing him. Also seems interesting. Leon seems cool, but he's not in my town yet. But yeah, it has some really cool characters. And just a lot of little cool touches. Like you can cook and give your cooked dishes as presents. But if you fail at cooking, you make like a bad dish or a disastrous dish, and it like hurts your HP or RP. But if you give it to an enemy, it hurts them like an attack. So just lots of cool touches. Like, oh, there's a character named Clorica that falls asleep a lot, and if you recruit her to fight with you, she'll fall asleep, plop down in the middle of the field between enemies, and just like heal herself by sleeping. Yeah, I'm just like so enamored by this game. I'm so excited for Room Factory 5 now. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. I got an email saying from the store that I ordered saying Animal Crossing New Horizons is like gonna get delayed for me for like 3 or 4 days, and I'm good. I'm chilling. I have Room Factory. Like, I just want to see how the story develops, what other systems the game throws at me. I don't know how I will juggle both, but I'll try and figure it out. But yeah, Room Factory, I'm glad. Like, I heard this was initially not, they were gonna like give up making these, and I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad it's back. Room Factory 5, I can't wait. Alright, see you.